welcome to this video of this quick look over some items from Blackadder that I picked up from lpmetaldetecting.com. First of all, let's have a look at the shovel. Now, as you can see, it's a lovely, lovely red colour, and this is a Blackadder Spartan that was made in conjunction with the guys at the Searcher magazine. Now, if I just compare it to my original shovel, you'll see that it is around, I'd say, what, 4 inches longer, considerably heavier as well than my original Spade. This is very, very light, but then again, this one will last you a lot longer than this. I know you can get versions of this that have a wooden handle and they're less than £10, but those wooden handles do break, and that's why they sell spare wooden handles. You can find them all over the place on the internet because they break. This one may be slightly more durable, but also I noticed during the summer when we had the dry spell and digging in the dirt, this blade was flexing. It was bending in half. There is no chance of this happening with this Spade, not a chance. So even though this is in the £40 or just below price range, this was 20 and some of the wooden handle ones are 10. You may find yourself buying, in your lifetime of detecting, maybe 2 or 3 of these, whereas this one should last you a lifetime. This is solid. This is a solid bit of kit. Now let's have a quick look at the handle. Nice, lovely, comfortable design. As you can see, it's molded there, so it fits your fingers nicely. It's got a good grip, good feel to it. That's a lovely feature, because if you're using this out in the field and it's cold, this can tend to get freezing cold. And if you're carrying it around, you're going to get really cold hands. Nobody wants that for 4 or 5 hours. Whereas if you're holding that, it doesn't conduct the cold temperature as much as the handle. So that's a lovely, lovely feature. On the Spade itself, you've got this roll top, which is nice for saving the bottom of your shoes or your wellies. And also you've got this bit, haven't you? You've got the boot saver at the top there with the studded footrest to aid grip, so your feet don't slip off it. And also that just allows you to get that little bit deeper. I mean, I know where I've been digging holes as deep as the Spade, and I've needed to go a little bit deeper, and you can't get your feet in the hole unless you dig a really wide hole, and you'll find yourself doing tippy toes on the end trying to get in. Not with that. That will allow you then to get that little bit further down. You've got a nice serrated edge here on the side as well, which will help you dig your way through some roots that you may encounter whilst you're getting in there. And also, a little something that was pointed out by Mudmax Metal Detecting. This section here is good for, if you're on your knees, you're in there, you're digging away, you need to get in that little bit further. It's good for just resting your palm up against as you're going back in, just to clear a few bits. You know, your hand isn't going to slip down. You've got that to butt up against. It's nicely welded. There's no sections that are going to fill with mud over time, unlike on the back of these, as you can see, with the big hole at the back usually gets clogged up with mud. It is a lovely, lovely, solid, nice, weighty bit of kit. Like I say, it is heavier than some of the other mini shovels you can get, but I use a sand scoop throughout the summer. Those things are heavy, especially with the big handles on those. So this is not going to be a problem for me. Really looking forward to using that. Right, let's move on to the next item. Now, the next item from Blackadder is this. This is their brand new Searcher Red digging trowel, and there's some lovely features about this that I want to point out. First of all, there are other makes out there that you can get that are digging blades, and many of them come with a sheath, a carrier. But as you can see with this particular white one that I've been using for a while, if you look back some of my old videos, you'll see me using this. It's a lovely blade. It's quite narrow, it's quite sharp, but I have seen people break these. They have been broken in the past. A clear break, a clear snap, and they've had to weld them, those that have been bothered to fix them. And surprisingly, you wouldn't have thought that would break, but they do, and they can, and they have. But it's this, the carrier. As you can see, mine is really frayed at the sides, and I've had to put some zip ties on there to stop it getting any worse, because it is so snug that as you go back in, if you're slightly at the wrong angle, you start cutting away. You start ruining and cutting out the sides of your carrier. And also another little design flaw, I think, with the whites is the way that you have to have these Velcro bits around it when you're not using it, because if you don't, it hangs down like that. And if you're walking around, it's swinging about, knocking into you, there's every chance it could slip out of there and you could end up losing it. But with the Searcher, Blackadder, digging tool, there is no Velcro. You don't need the Velcro. It hangs there nicely. Doesn't swing about, isn't going to slip out. The carrier itself is nice and wide. You could probably use that as a slipper, who knows? But look at that. It's nice and big. Slips in and out. Shouldn't really be any danger of you cutting into the sides there. Nicely done. Now, the blade itself, as you can see, it is a nice, thick steel. Lovely concave down the center, just to strengthen it. Lovely rubber grip handle on the back there. Nice and soft as well, because I know that after a few hours of using something like this, you can start to get blisters. It can be really painful, but that's nice, very nice. You've even got like a thumb rest here. Unlike that one, you've got a thumb rest, a little thing you put your thumb in. It's not very comfortable. This one at an angle, it's a lot better, a lot nicer, a lot nicer. Nice wide blade to help you dig out that little bit more. Yeah, the whole design of it, it just seems like it's going to shift that little bit more, doesn't it? The way it's got like a little bucket there. That's very nice. Like that. I like that a lot. I can't wait to use that while I'm out and about. I'm going to be using these, this and the shovel itself, the Spade, on my next video. I'm going to be either in a park or on the seafront, detecting some areas with the macro cruiser. I'm going to go over some areas that I've been before with the Ace 250 to see what I've missed. In my last video out in the park, I missed so much. I did find stuff with the Ace 250, it's still a great machine, but that cruiser really did bring areas back to life. So I'm going to be taking that back out and taking these bad boys with me to see how they perform, and I'll give you a genuine, unbiased opinion of how they performed, and I'll let you know after we've done that at the end of the next video. Well, thank you for dropping by. Don't forget, if you are heading out, good luck, happy hunting, wear your gloves, stay safe, and like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.